Today I fucked up by not watching porn on an airplane. Warning, some audiences may find this content disturbing. View at your own discretion. Welcome to the House of Reddit. Today, we share some recent r/Today I Fucked Up stories posted on Reddit. Today I fucked up by not watching porn on an airplane. All my life I've managed to get into trouble for things I didn't do. What follows is my peak achievement. I was on a flight from CA to TX. We had just taken off and I was settling in, watching The Office on my laptop. The guy next to me was watching what appeared to be a very normal Bollywood movie. I was wearing large corded headphones and he was wearing small Bluetooth earbuds. He had kinda long hair so you could barely see the earbuds. The flight attendant came around to take our drink orders, so I paused my show and ordered a drink. He paused his movie, turned off his earbuds, and ordered a drink. I then resumed my show and he resumed his movie. Perfectly normal, right? Except that he forgot to turn his earbuds back on. When he resumed his movie, I and everyone else on the plane could hear it over his laptop speakers. And of course, as the good Lord would have it, the moment he resumed the movie, it switched to a sex scene. Nothing graphic, not even any nudity. Just one woman and about 5 men moaning and groaning loudly. Remember when I said he had small, hair-covered, wireless earbuds and I had large headphones on? Well, of course everyone saw my headphones and the look on my face and assumed my nasty ass was watching porn on full volume with my headphones unplugged. Meanwhile, he didn't even notice that he wasn't listening to the Dolby surround sound gangbang through his earbuds. The flight attendant rushed back, looked right at me and said, "Sir, will you please plug in your headphones?" I meekly pointed to the guy next to me. So the flight attendant, now embarrassed, saw his screen and quietly asked him to reconnect his earbuds, to which he quietly agreed. But the damage was done. For the next 3 hours, every innocent suburban mom, dad, and child on the plane glared at me like I was some sort of public fapping sicko. This is the story of my life. Today I fucked up by accidentally finding out my mom is a gay. So this happened about 9 years ago when I, 23 female, was in the 9th grade. Like most other 14-year-old, I had been looking forward to take your kid to work day since I started high school, and the day had finally come. After painstakingly straightening my hair and getting into my best value Village business chic outfit, I went with my mother to her office job, expecting a day of fun and excitement, and was deeply disappointed to find out that office jobs are not particularly thrilling. At around noon, my mom briefly left her desk to go grab us some food, so like any other 14-year-old girl who's feeling pretty cute in a new outfit. I swiped her cell phone off her desk to take some cute selfies. I had a flip phone and she had an iPhone for work, so the quality was significantly better on her phone. Right as I was about to start snapping pics, I noticed something odd about the thumbnail pic in the bottom of the screen of her latest image. I opened the image and lo and behold, it is the most uncomfortably posed low-angle tilted-up picture of a middle-aged boob that I have ever seen. The nipple was aggressively pointed at the camera, and from the angle all I could see was tit, double chin, and face. I immediately see that this isn't just any boob. This is a boob that is attached to my mother's best friend. To give some background, my family was raised extremely Christian, the kind where gay is not okay. Don't worry, I have long since abandoned that religion. This best friend of hers was a fairly new friend who wasn't religious, so I had always been wary of her, and instantly connected the dots. My mom is gay, lying about it, and in a secret relationship with her so-called best friend who spends every weekend with her. I experienced a full-blown identity crisis in about 15 seconds. For a little Christian kid like myself, this felt like the end of the damn world. Not only did I have to have my world explode and put itself back together before my mom returned about 2 minutes later, but I then had to spend the rest of the entire day pretending to pay attention to menial office tasks a foot away from my mom. At the end of the day, I kept my mom's secret from her and the rest of my family until she finally came out of the closet 2 years later. A year or two ago I told my mom this story, much to her humiliation, and we just about died laughing together about it. Her and her partner have now been together for a happy 11 years, and I'm eternally grateful for my mom's part in making me realize that the religion I was a part of was awful and intolerant. Also, I learned a valuable lesson about snooping around on my mom's phone, and I sure can't complain that I had a boring day at my mom's office. Today I fucked up by taking a seat in my husband's office chair with no clothes on. Read the Winnie the Pooh Today I Fucked Up post and it reminded me of this story. Felt maybe today is the day I'll share it with at least all of you guys because my husband will never be told of this event. So this happened 2 years ago. I had moved in with my then fiancé, now husband, and we were sharing an apartment. He had just built himself a new, really flashy desktop computer and sometimes I just like to hop into his seat and browse a few things on the internet instead of opening my laptop, etc. One day, post-shower, I was trying to cool down from all the heat and steam and was kind of airing myself out in the apartment. Meanwhile, my husband was home and just hanging out on his computer. At some instance, he decides to go to grab some tea and leaves for the kitchen. At this moment, I plop into his chair and probably within like 20 seconds, I decide that this is a great time to fucking fart. I forcefully ripped one and felt the leather office chair underneath me go damp. I was mortified. My husband was in the other room, the smell was about to hit me at any point, and I had no idea how I'd explain a straight small shit puddle in his office chair. I suddenly almost screamed that I need him to go to the pharmacy, now. He freaks and tries to come near me, but no, I was not letting him get anywhere near me within a 10-foot radius and I just kept insisting that he go out and get me some Midol. I probably seemed absolutely insane at this moment, but I'd rather appear in excruciating pain to him than a shark monster. Thank goodness my husband is quick on his feet and is the type to hop on important tasks. No questions asked, he flies out the door and runs across the street to the pharmacy. At this point, I haul the chair into the bathroom, clean up, and Windex the shit out of it. Long story short, to my husband, it was a night I likely got a small ruptured ovarian cyst, and required immediate pain meds. I have had this before and it hurts like absolute hell, but he doesn't know the extent of womanly problems much, so he didn't even question it. He never mentioned the sudden Windex smell of his chair though and we never spoke of it. Well, you guys made it happen. Front page and guess who uses Reddit? My husband. I tried to keep my cool and almost laugh at this as if it was someone else's story and for some reason as soon as I read the TLDR he just straight went haha did you post that? And well, his following double take said it all. He knows, he actually didn't know this happened until now lol. Today I fucked up by not recognizing my husband in bed. Short and sweet, but always a story that makes me crack up. Full disclosure, this happened about a year and a half ago. My husband decided that he wanted to go ahead and chop all his hair off. He said being bald had many perks and he really wanted to give it a go. I'll say I think it was more complicated than he thought. Two of the things that were funny to watch was how, in preparation for soccer games, he had to wear a headband to avoid sweat from his head dripping into his eyes and how he had to put sunscreen on his head. But the best moment, in my opinion, was when we went to bed that night. I woke up super sleepy probably around 3 to 4 a.m., and as disoriented as can be took a peek over to look at my husband. I always find comfort in knowing he's beside me. I turned, saw the back of his freshly bald head and screamed. I genuinely thought I was in bed with an old, bald stranger. I completely forgot he buzzed all of his hair off and poor guy was jolted awake by a blood-curdling scream, to then a few seconds later hear me say, "Holy fuck it's just you." Destroyed my poor man's self-esteem for the next few weeks and now every time he mentions buzz cuts, I get heart palpitations thinking of the unfamiliar back of his bald head in the middle of the night. He hasn't gone bald a second time, this might be why. Today I fucked up by not wearing a bra to the supermarket. This happened a few years ago now, but my cheeks still burn with the memory of it as if it was yesterday. At the time I had a 4-year-old F and a 2-year-old M, hubby was at work and I realized we needed some essentials from the shop. It was the height of summer so I was dressed accordingly, in shorts and one of those vest tops with a boob shelf. This made me think I didn't need a bra. I was wrong. We get to the shop, I put the 2-year-old in the seat in the trolley and 4-year-old is walking alongside. Side note, my son was and still is very impressed by breasts. I should have been more careful. Halfway round, I reach forward to put something in the trolley when my son grabs the front of my top with his freakishly strong baby fists and pulls it down with all his might. My boobs, sensing their first taste of fresh air, fling themselves free with gusto. Now, I might have got away with it, if at the exact same moment my son didn't scream at the top of his voice "Yay boobies." The shop was packed, everyone in the aisle turned to stare. My giggling son then makes multiple grabs for them as I'm desperately trying to shove them back in my top, making it 10 times more difficult. My daughter, realizing her opportunity to make everything worse, Decided to make a break for it. I managed to grab hold of her, but not before my boobs had one more taste of freedom. Needless to say, I left the shop pretty quickly and made sure I only ever wore high-neck t-shirts shopping after that. Today I fucked up by getting naked and singing while cleaning. This is a throwaway, because I cannot be associated with this. A week ago, I got a day off work and decided to do some cleaning because my wife had been talking about how the house has been because we're both busy at work most of the time. Now, my mother taught me a little trick about cleaning: if you do the laundry, then why not just toss the clothes you're wearing in there to make the whole process easier, and because those clothes are just gonna get dirty soon anyways. Also, I just like getting naked. So, after dusting and sweeping and mopping and making the bed, I started to vacuum. This whole time, I had been singing to fill the void that was my life. I was singing a Bon Jovi song, Runaway, and just sort of dancing. Well, apparently, my wife had taken sympathy and decided to call her mother over so that we could clean together. To be clear, my wife isn't aware that I like to get naked and sing while I clean. I was not aware that my mother-in-law had come over until my wife had come home. She looked like she wanted to die from how hard she was laughing, and so I asked what the joke was. Her response? I'm paraphrasing here: I sent mom over to help you clean, and she walked into you singing while naked, and, evidently, she walked in during my imitation of Richie's sick guitar solo. But, fear not, she heard my singing. Oh, she heard it. I cannot go to any more family functions anymore. My mother-in-law had seen me in all my glory. There's no going back. Though, I think I went too far in asserting my dominance. Today I fucked up by trying to be cute with no pants on, 25 female. This actually happened about 6 months ago, but it's time the story is told. Just to preface, my husband, 24M, and I, 25F, are very comfortable with each other. Especially when it comes to normal body functions such as pooping, burping, and farting. Anyway, one day about 6 months ago, I thought I was being really cute rocking the Winnie the Pooh shirt with no bottoms. It started with a casual conversation while my husband was sitting on the toilet. I was standing outside of the bathroom, while the door was open, and we're just chatting. I look at him straight in the eye, trying to be cute, and I went for a toot. Guys! This was not a fucking toot that came out of me. I looked my husband dead in the eye, thinking that I was cute and silly, then shit on the F-King floor. Yup. Literally sharted. And because I was rocking the t-shirt with no pants look, it had nowhere to go but the floor. I was devastated. I thought I might be looking at divorce. I've never felt so humiliated. Husband here, at the moment of release I was looking her dead in the eye. I was expecting to hear a gnarly ass fart. All I heard was a wet plop/thud noise. It took my brain a second to process it, but as soon as I did I found myself looking at my wife in sheer/horror disbelief. The love of my life just shit on the floor like a filthy fucking animal. She turned bright red and slammed the door. I just sat on the toilet in disbelief. If you enjoy this video, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Turn on the notifications to know when we post new videos. Thank you for coming to the House of Reddit.